Alright, let's take a look at this new ultimate skin, huh? Alright. Oh, is that it? Hey everybody, what's going on? Hellmite here, bringing another video from Grab the Lantern today. Today I wanted to talk about the new Samira Ultimate skin that has been revealed, is on PvE, has been all over Twitter, and give my thoughts on this skin, which, as I'm sure you can tell from the intro, I'm not a big fan of. Now, for those of you who were unaware, there was an announcement that there was an Ultimate skin coming down the pipeline a few months ago. Riot confirmed that it was Samira just about a month ago, and the skin finally was all over Twitter and is up on the PvE as of this week. Now, Ultimate skins are the biggest, fanciest, flashiest skins that Riot ever do, and they tend to make a lot of hype when they come out. That said, it's been a few years since Riot have made an Ultimate skin that has really gotten the community going the same way that the original Ultimate skins really did. Gun Goddess Misfortune was perceived as a bit of a letdown when it came out, to the point that Riot actually discounted the skin upon its release. I believe it's even still discounted to this day. And KDA Seraphine also caught a lot of flack when it came out, as not only was it a Champion's release skin, but also it functionally was a Legendary skin bundle versus a true, evolving Ultimate tier skin. So when people heard that there was another one coming in the pipeline, they got very excited about it, myself included, and doubly so when Riot said the way they came up with Soul Fighter Samira was the same way that they came up with the original Ultimate skin, Pulsefire Ezreal, where they started with a Legendary skin, they kept adding more and more things to it until they eventually realized, we don't have a Legendary skin anymore, this is an Ultimate tier skin, and we're gonna go just the whole hog, right, add everything we possibly can to it, and make it as cool as we really can. So I was very excited to finally see this skin in person. And when I did, I realized, as did most of the rest of the community, that this is, despite me really, really wanting it to be an Ultimate skin, it is not an Ultimate skin. At best, Soul Fighter Samira is a Legendary Plus skin. It really doesn't hit that bar of quality that an Ultimate skin wants. Let's talk about the features, for example. Soul Fighter Samira has a taunt animation that counts kills, right? The more kills you get, the higher the number appears in the taunt animation. That's nice, but it's already been done before on Mecha Kingdom's Jax as of a few years ago. How about the pentakill celebration? When you pentakill someone as Soul Fighter Samira, there's a map-wide celebration event that plays. Again, very cool, especially for a champion like Samira that scores pentakills with regularity. But Riot already did this as of 6 months ago on a Legendary skin called Empyrean Pike, and then again a couple months later on Winter Blessed Diana. This is nothing new. This is something that happens on Legendary skins now, so even though it's a relatively new feature, it's not an Ultimate tier feature. Legendary skins do this just the same. There's a HUD element that tracks Soul Fighter Samira's passive stacks and her ultimate duration, which is, again, a very little cool detail that was added, but HUDs have been done before on previous Legendary skins. Project Renekton and Project Vayne both have HUD overlays for when they press R, and Project Pike has a HUD overlay for when he presses W. I believe there are even some other champions with HUD overlays, so this isn't even necessarily a unique thing that to just Project, right? So this has been done before. If you wanted to nitpick, you could say Samira's is always around as opposed to just during the duration of an ability, which is fair, but HUDs have been done in Legendary skins, therefore this is not necessarily an Ultimate tier aspect, this is just part of a Legendary skin. Realistically, the only thing Soul Fighter Samira has that other Legendary skins don't is an evolving ult animation with rank, which is fair. I think this is like kind of an Ultimate thing, but on its own, it doesn't make a skin Ultimate in my mind. Now, if Samira herself was evolving with Ultimate rank to become more and more demonic until she eventually turns into a full demon, that would make this an Ultimate skin. If Samira's guns even just evolved with Ultimate rank to become bigger and scarier and meaner and cooler with every rank in her Ultimate, that would count as well. But fundamentally, there's nothing about this skin that says it's an Ultimate tier, right? If we look at previous Ultimates, Pulsefire Ezreal has an evolving model, Spirit Guard Udyr has an evolving model, DJ Sona has 3 different forms she can swap to with their own music, Elemental Lux has 10 total forms that you can choose. Even to look at the sort of under par Ultimate tier skins that exist, Gun Goddess Misfortune has 4 forms that you can swap between freely, each of with their own particle effects and animations and everything. And as much as I dislike the KDA Seraphine skin, I'll give it that it at least had the metagame of you have to start at Indie Seraphine, but you'll slowly, by playing games and completing missions, evolve to become KDA Seraphine. And you can go back and pick whichever skin you want, fundamentally, but the metagame aspect of it is kind of a neat thing that no other skin really does. What does Soul Fighter Samira do that makes it stand out from the crowd of legendary skins, right? What does this skin do that says, I am better than all of these other ultimate skin or legendary skins that Riot's released throughout the years? And the answer is nothing. It really doesn't. And this is very disappointing, I think, for the community to not only get bait and switched with an ultimate skin, but as actually it's just a legendary plus skin. But I think even more insultingly, Riot, to my knowledge, are still selling this at full price. You will pay $32.50 RP for this skin that is not an ultimate skin. And that's, I think, is the part that really rubs me the wrong way. Now, if Riot had handled this very similarly to Gun Goddess Misfortune, if they'd have said, we know we messed up, we know this skin is not ultimate tier when we released it, and as a result we are going to discount it permanently, you'll never pay full price for this quote-unquote ultimate skin, I think I would be okay with that. And look, I think Gun Goddess Misfortune is worthy of the discounted price. I think for Soul Fighter Samira, you're still paying too much money for it. But fundamentally, if you did discount it down to the 2,700 value that GGMF is at, I think that's okay. At least that's Riot saying, we know we messed up. We're not going to sell you this at full price because we know it's not a true ultimate skin, so, you know, we'll do better next time. In the meantime, we are going to hurt our own bottom line by saying we'll sell this at a discounted price. I think that's fine. And look, people will still complain, of course. They'll still say, oh, you should make it just a legendary skin price because it's just a legendary. Whatever, right? People will always do that. But I think it's fair if they just discount it off the main price. But they haven't announced they're going to do that yet. And that, to me, is a little suspect. And now, for those of you who are going to say Riot could just upgrade the skin at a later point to make it worth the value, it's very unlikely to happen. First, Riot are not going to pull this skin off the PvE to basically workshop it for a couple more months and then re-release it. Soul Fighter Samira is one of the major players of the Soul Fighter release. There's a whole event planned around Samira existing, so like there's no way Riot will pull the content off the PvE. Nor is there really any way that Riot could add the amount of things they need to make this an ultimate skin, either while it's on the PvE or once it goes live. PvE has very limited things that can change. They can change things like textures, some VFX, sometimes they can tweak animations around, sometimes they can tweak models around, but fundamentally there's not really that much Riot can do once it's on the PvE. It's less of a beta realm and more of a preview realm, and once it's on live, Riot basically don't touch the skin at all. It's really not something that they do, and it's easy to see why, right? That's your live environment, you don't want to do anything once it's there. And as a result, we end up in a place where this is likely to just continue to be a relatively disappointing skin, and I don't know that there's that much that Riot can do, unfortunately, about it, much though I would love to see them change. So while I do think it was a neat idea for Riot to try to do another Ultimate skin, I do want them to continue to try to do Ultimate skins throughout the years. I think that this one is missing the mark in a very large way, and I'm really hoping that Riot do discount it, or maybe, right, they pull off a miracle and they do change it, but fundamentally, Soul Fighter Samira is not an Ultimate skin. But you guys left on what you think of it down in the comment section below. If you actually really like this skin and think it is Ultimate, please tell me what makes this an Ultimate skin to you. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. If you enjoyed the video today, go ahead and leave it a like. And if you really enjoyed the video, consider subscribing. I upload a video every Monday, Friday, and on patch days as well. Once again, thank you guys so very much for watching. I do appreciate it. And I'll talk to you all later.